Hello my dear viewers. In this video number part 3, we are continuing to answer the multiple choice questions which come from the second chapter of second year PU Economics Consumer Behaviour. Let's go to the first question. The question is, the ratio of exchange between two goods on IC curve analysis is shown by the ratio of exchange. You know, in the exchange analysis, we use two commodities model. The consumer consumes two goods, a combination of two goods. When he increases the consumption of one good, he has to forego the consumption of other goods. And that is called marginal rate of substitution, MRS. It is the rate at which one commodity is exchanged for other commodity. So here the ratio of exchange between two goods on IC curve, that is indifference curve analysis, is shown by MRS, that is the right answer. Indifference is shown by indifference curve, no, price line, income consumption. You have to select this one, MRS. MRS means marginal rate of substitution. What it is? It is the rate at which one commodity is exchanged for another commodity. That is called marginal rate of substitution. So here in this case, marginal rate of substitution goes on diminishing. This is called diminishing marginal rate of substitution. Okay. Coming to the second one. IC, that is indifference curve, can be a straight line at. It cannot be in the real sense, but it is just shown how it will be. IC curve can be a straight line. You know, IC curve is not a straight line. It is convex to the origin. If it is a straight line like this, so it is convex actually. If it is a straight line, what it shows? So it shows constant marginal rate of substitution. If the exchange of one good for another good is constant, the indifference curve will be a straight line. It doesn't happen in the real world. So IC curve can be a straight line at constant marginal rate of substitution. Here, increase in marginal rate of substitution, increasing returns to scale, that comes in theory of production, and none. So the answer is constant marginal rate of substitution. See, under constant marginal rate of substitution, the indifference curve will be straight line. But you should know, normally indifference curve is convex to the origin because of the law of diminishing marginal rate of substitution. When the consumption of one commodity is increased, the consumption of other commodity will be decreased. Right? Coming to the third one. This is very easy. Higher indifference curve indicates what? Higher cost, lower level of satisfaction. No, that's not the answer. You know the indifference map. What is indifference map? Indifference map is nothing but a set or a family of different indifference curves, wherein we will learn the higher indifference curve yields higher level of satisfaction, lower indifference curve yields lower level of satisfaction. So a consumer who is rational, who has got monotonic preference. What does it mean? So a rational consumer moves to that indifference curve where he will get maximum satisfaction. So if you move to the higher indifference curve, there will be a higher level of satisfaction. The answer is higher indifference curve indicates higher level of satisfaction, not higher cost or lower level of satisfaction. Got it? Okay. Come to the fourth question. What is that? Demand for a commodity depends on. Demand for a commodity does not depend only on price. Please do not be confused. You know, here demand is the function of price of a commodity, price of the related good, taste, preference, income, advertisement, and all that. So demand for a commodity depends on various determinants of demand. See, while framing the law of demand, we assume the other factors as constant. That is what we call ceteris paribus. Other things remaining constant, when price rises, the demand for a commodity falls, and there is inverse relationship between price and demand. But here you see, the demand for a commodity depends on price of the commodity, price of the related commodity, and all of the above. This you should write. All demand for a commodity depends on price of the commodity, price of the related good, taste, preference, income, advertisement, and so on. So you should write all. The demand for a commodity depends upon all of the above. Okay, coming to the last one, expansion and contraction. Expansion and contraction in demand are caused by what? See, you have studied what is that? Movements along the demand curve and the shift of the demand curve. Shift of the demand curve is caused by changes in other factors other than price. Price ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಬೇರೆಯ ಅಂಶಗಳಿಂದಾಗಿ ಪಲ್ಲಟವಾಗುತ್ತದೆ, ಬೇಡಿಕೆಯ ರೇಖೆಯು ಪಲ್ಲಟವಾಗುತ್ತದೆ, ಅದು ಬಿಡಿ. ಆದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾನ್ಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಕೀಪಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಅದರ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಬೇರೆ ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಸ್ಥಗಿತಗೊಳಿಸಿ ಬೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಕಮ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ದಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ and expansion. And you know, here see, this is the demand curve, and this is the price, and this is the quantity. If the price rises, demand falls. If the price falls, demand increases. And this is called, when the price rises, this is called contraction, and this is called expansion. When price falls, this is called expansion. So here, contraction and expansion, the demand reduces and demand increases. When the demand is reduced, it is called contraction. When the demand increases, it is called expansion. And these two things are caused by the changes in price, keeping the other things as constant. Now let's go to understand the answer, pakka answer. Expansion and contraction in demand are caused by change in income? No. Caused by change in taste? No. Preference? Yes. Change in price of the commodity, that is the answer, right answer. Change in price of related goods, that is substitutes. No, that's not the thing. That means you must understand that contraction and expansion do take place because of changes in price of the commodity. We assume that the changes in other commodities or other factors as constant, ceteris paribus. When price rises, demand falls. So that's the thing. Expansion and contraction do take place because of the change in price of a commodity. So with this, let us conclude the class and continue the same in part 4. Be waiting for that part 4. Thank you.